Everything's on. We just have to start. We're being taped, everyone. How exciting. All right, good evening, everyone. This is the Village of Royal Palm Beach Special Magistrate hearing agenda for Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. As I like to say, if you have a code enforcement issue, you're in the right place. The first thing I'm going to do is swear everyone in. We'll probably end up doing that multiple times as people wander in later, including the people in the antechamber. So please raise your right hand. Say I do when we're done. Does everyone swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth except for the children? I do. And everyone can tell their left from their right. It's a good thing. All right, most of the I'm Doug McGibbon. I'm the village magistrate. Most of the cases we're going to hear here today are going to be either fine assessment or violation hearings. When you hear your name called, please go up to that podium and identify yourself. The village attorney and staff will show you documents. They'll present their case. You get to present any rebuttal, question their witnesses, and then I get to make a decision. That flips when we get to the 3 fine assessment cases, which are at the end of the agenda. Those people have already been through a violation hearing and a fine assessment hearing. They're asking for relief, so they get to go first. I think I've covered all the high points. You may want to turn your telephones down to silent because someone's going to try to sell you a car warranty in the middle of this. Okay. Anything else for the, have I covered
No,
it
sir.
all?
Yes, sir.
Please take it away, Village.
Thank you. Amity Barnard, village attorney for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. We're starting on the agenda on page 2. This is a fine assessment hearing, 21-0467, 211 Las Palmas Street, Deleste, Derice, and Marion Louis Pierre.
Margaret Hanco, Code Enforcement Officer for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS4 under permit information. Exhibit 4, picture.
Okay. You have a signed green card, so you have service.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Miriam Pierre Lewis.
Thank you. Those documents that I just handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Once you've looked at them, can you let me know if you have any objections to just the documents? They're the notice documents for tonight's hearing, the previous order finding violation, and photographs of violation.
Yes.
Any objection to those documents?
No.
Just the documents themselves. Thank you, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you're here for a fine assessment because they say that you have a gazebo without a permit in the setback area. So that's
Correct.
like 2 problems.
Yes.
And do you still have that gazebo?
I do, and last time I was here, there's a variance application pending, and I have a TSR meeting on the 26th of this month.
Okay. Then in that case, variance hearing?
That's just TSR. That's technical staff review.
All right, but is it in the process?
It is, but very early.
What?
Very early in the process. There's
Okay.
still several public hearings once she gets certified through the public hearing process.
Okay.
The issue with hers is that it's also in an easement. So granting of the variance is never guaranteed, but in this case it's
Difficult?
more difficult. Yes. So
Okay.
the village would like to start a fine running. If she gets the variance, we'll agree to reduce it completely. But to keep her going through the process and make sure that we get to the completion of public hearing.
Okay.
So the village wants to run a fine, is what you're saying?
Okay, first, if you would have permitted the structure, it wouldn't be in a setback area and it would be permitted and there would be no problem.
Well, I purchased a house like that. It's pre-existing. That's why
Understood,
I'm
and
just
that is
trying to keep it.
And that's a problem for a lot of people who
In
buy
Royal
a house
Palm, which I'm aware of, yes.
that you find out all these people never permitted the sheds in their yard,
Correct.
and people buy them and no one ever tells them there is no permit.
Yes.
And no one other than myself and a few other attorneys ever go look at the files for your prospective home to see if it's permitted because no one knows to do that except for me and a few other attorneys. So here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure, they being the village,
Mm-hmm.
that you keep going with the process.
I understand that.
And they're trying to use the fine to help motivate that.
Correct.
And what they are telling me now is if you are successful, that they will waive the whole fine.
But I have no control over being successful or not. What if I'm not? Then I have to pay fines, or is that
See, you're doing something that may or may not be successful.
correct?
And I had a gentleman, I think, at the last hearing who did the exact same thing, and he was successful, and all his fines were waived.
But
Pretty
if
sure.
I
No, he got a fine reduction, but
But
he
he got a fine reduction that was
Right.
reduced big time.
right. Because
So,
the other choice is that you could remove it. If you don't want to go through the process and you don't want to respond, you could have it removed.
I'm a state employee, this thing is gonna cost me almost my monthly salary to remove. I've already removed a shed that cost me $1,800. We purchased the property because of the possibilities of being able to enjoy everything in the yard. As it is, I've already lost a lot, and I'm trying to keep the one thing that my family really, really loves. And now I'm being fined for it too.
well,
I mean, there's no final decision yet. It's unfair for me for a fine to be set if it's out of my control. I can understand, okay, if the variance get denied and I'm taking my sweet time and I'm not taking action, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but that's not fair.
So
Miss Margaret already verified with Miss Deborah that the variance, I've submitted everything that they've requested.
but you have to understand that you're not guaranteed to get a variance granted.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm following the process. What is the purpose of having the process and having the procedure in place if you guys are not going to allow people to successfully at least attempt? I shouldn't be fined because I'm attempting to do right by the
So-
city. I didn't cause this inconvenience. It was already there.
Excuse me
It's
one
not my
minute. You
fault.
started this process a long time ago and
I
stopped.
sure did. No, I did not.
Stop doing
No, I
it.
did not. You can ask Christina. You can ask Miss Deborah. I was dealing with another lady at first. I don't remember her name. I did not stop the process. Every time they requested documentation, I provided it. They can confirm that I did not. This is my third hearing, my third TSR hearing that I've been to. Every time they requested something different, I've provided it. Last time it was get a letter from Indian Trail, which I did successfully, something that most people haven't even been able to successfully get, because Ms. Deborah told me straight up it would be almost impossible.
So
And
what-
I was able to get
Hold
that
on,
letter.
Hold on. If you let us speak, what I was going to say to the magistrate is we would agree to put in the order that if she's denied the variance and she removes the structure within 2 weeks after the denial, we'll waive the fines.
I would need a month. I'm a state employee. If it gets denied, give me a month, and you can have.
So 2 weeks is what the
Please.
village would be willing to accept.
okay.
And what she's
I
gonna
will
charge?
grant it, and I will give you 3 weeks to move it if you're denied.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough.
Okay, everyone
Thank you
good?
so much.
Good.
But again, I don't know how long the variance is gonna take, but I will keep Miss Margaret up to date with everything that's happening.
And
Well,
special magistrate,
If I hear that, it was abandoned, I will just run it back to the date that it should have been here.
so the fine
all.
it's been out for 7 days, so the fine would be 175 and continuing, with the caveat that we'll waive the fines if she gets the variance, and if she's denied the variance and she removes it within 3 weeks, we'll also waive the fines.
All right, so I'm going to run the fine, but I'm going to remove it if you remove the variance, or if you remove
I
the
get the
structure,
variance.
if you get denied.
Okay, if I get denied, I have 3 weeks.
All right, here's something for everyone in the room. All right, nothing counts until you tell the code officer to come do an inspection to make sure that in your case it's gone, or in anyone else's case it's been corrected. I've had
Okay.
people literally leave the meeting and go fix what they were fixing, and I've seen them do it. But it still wouldn't count unless they are told and they go get you an affidavit of compliance is what they will give you after they have done their inspection.
Correct, and I'm aware of that.
So make sure if you are not successful and you do remove it in the 3 weeks that you get them out there.
Correct,
Okay?
fair enough.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Next
you.
case.
Next is 21-1022, 269 Saratoga Boulevard East, Adelina, Camacho.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation.
Oh, not a problem. Go. It's not a problem. She can translate. She can deal with it. I
Exhibit
don't
2,
care.
verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
Okay. All right, so we have a signed green card for service for at least the COVID-19 one.
For the record, Special Magistrate, on your agenda, Code Sections 1253 and 14.2, which is stumps in the yard and piles of debris and miscellaneous items are being stricken.
All right, 1253 and 14.2 are out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's debris and piles.
Stump in the yard and debris, piles of
Stuff
debris.
in the yard and debris.
Can you state your names for the record, please?
Yes, my name is Therese Tensley.
Stop right there. You're going to spell your name for us.
Yes, sir. THERESE TENSLEY. I just wanted to note that everything that was asked for her to do, we did make sure that got taken care of. I had the list of the email, which you were just mentioning, where they removed the stumps in the yard, all the debris and landscaping piles were done. All sod has been laid in the black yard. It's completely clean. We also were in compliance with the HOA. We just met with Max before we came here, and he reviewed and signed off on anything as well. And he did ask that everything was cleaned out, and we did just what he asked. So there's just a few more things that he mentioned in the very, very front that we have somebody coming to take care of on Friday. And basically she did everything, but I did want to just state on her behalf that she was really grief-stricken. She's been bleeding, and she didn't understand the language or didn't understand the process of what she needed to do. So I came aside of her to help her with this, and I've been talking to Margaret, and we've been trying to do everything we can to be in compliance.
Okay.
And just for the record, what's her name? What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Therese
No,
Tensley.
The other woman.
Adelina Camacho.
Thank you. And those documents I handed you, do you have any objection to those documents? They're just the notice documents for tonight's hearing.
Okay, I couldn't really follow all the numbers you were saying in the same as the email I printed out after speaking with Margaret, but it sounded like when you repeated it was the same things.
Okay, so any objection to those
Yeah,
documents?
Nope, the stumps and everything you just said, and I did want to ask.
They're just talking about the documents right now. We're not talking about other things. All right, so what's the village's response to their response?
This, as you've heard, there's still bare areas throughout the yard, so there's still a portion of this that's not complied. So the village, this is a
All
fine
right,
assessment.
what are
hearing.
the areas so they know? Because they're saying that we did it.
I
But-
spoke to Ms. Tensley yesterday as well as the landscaper and explained that up front, there needs to be sod put up front and then down along the side of the home as well. They have nothing but mulch in those areas, and they need to apply some sod. Other than that, they are all done.
I do have just one question, if I may ask. Along that was just I want you to know everything that was on the original list with the documentation we did take care of. That was something that was added because the landscaper decided he wanted to make it nice and clean in the side of the house. So there's an area between the two homes that he put the mulch just to make it nice and clean. But it
On
wasn't
the side
one.
of the home and up front, there were bare areas as well. And we did go through everything. So the sod does need to be applied in the front area there and along the side of the home.
In the front area, would it be where the mulch is? Because I know that
On the side of the sidewalk, you can have mulch around your planted areas.
It's up on the screen. You see the picture on the screen?
Okay,
Show
thank
her
you.
on the screen.
Okay, so Max came over there today, the HOA, and I know Margaret, when we had talked to you, had said make sure he was in compliance with everything. And he had mentioned that as long as we can just remove those pavers, he really liked the way the side looked, and he was happy with the back, but just to remove the rocks and the pavers out front and put mulch there. Are you saying we
Well,
shouldn't do
my
that?
supervisor did say that you can have those stepping stones there. It's a little pathway. You can leave those. But from those to the sidewalk would require sod. And then on the side of the home, where it's just all mulch, like I said, you can have the mulch
It's like a
around the,
pathway and then mulch on either side.
you can have around the plants, you can have the mulch. But you just can't have a whole yard full of mulch. I know the backyard is all sodded, looks beautiful, amazing job. But now you just need that little bit more.
All right, so you're saying that the area in front of whatever real estate sign that is in the picture?
That would be mine.
Yeah, and between between that and the sidewalk has to be sodded
Sodded.
so the mulch doesn't wash off into the sidewalk and create a tripping hazard and liability on behalf of the village. Okay? That's the
Okay.
problem there. The second thing is Max from the HOA has not a darn thing to do with the Village of Royal Palm Beach code enforcement. He's just another problem you guys get to deal with when you own a home in
it's
an
weird, just
HOA.
wanted to make everyone
So,
happy.
Well, you can make Max happy or you can make the village happy, but Max may be able to find you too. I don't know.
Yep.
So what they're saying is, if I understand it correctly, is that area between the pavers and the sidewalk needs to be sodded, and the areas along the side of the house need to be sodded because you have a pathway, but you have mulch on both sides, and it's not like it's a planter on one side and sod on the other. You just can't mulch the whole yard.
If you need, I can meet you out there tomorrow and
Okay.
go over it completely. That way you know. And then
Okay, yeah.
once you get that done, you would be in compliance.
Okay.
All right, and so,
This has been out for 7 days, so again, 175 and continuing.
all right, so where we are in the process, you did not complete what they wanted you to do in a timely manner.
The side was new, so I didn't know anything about the side. But what was asked of us was the back, which has been taken care of, and the
Dumps have
everything.
been taken care of, and the debris has been taken care of, but the bare areas throughout the yard has not. And that includes both the front and the sides, and even if I ignore the side, you still got a problem with the front anyway.
y-
So,
I didn't get any indication to do anything of that. Few things about the front yard was Mr. Max who told me to
Mr.
do some
Max
stuff,
does
but I
not,
didn't have
Mr.
any
Max
indication
does
from
not
here.
count when it comes to the Village of Royal Palm Beach.
when
He only counts when it comes to your HOA.
But I didn't get any indication about that. The only things I got indicated are the ones that we already did.
Okay.
when we originally talked, it was all
Yeah,
about
we didn't
the
have
back.
anything else.
It was all about the back is horrible with the stumps. We got to take care of the back. It was never a discussion of that. That's just been new.
We did speak about the front. Any bare areas in the yard
You
needed
know
to be taken
what?
care of.
You
And
have
yesterday, when the landscaper came into the
Yesterday we
office,
did.
I explained to him, and our phone call yesterday, I explained to you that additional stuff needed to be done. Not additional, but stuff that you didn't complete correctly.
And
Rather than adding sod, you added mulch.
So what I wanted to say is in that phone call, that's when I called the landscaper and said, can you come over Friday and do this? Because this was done wrong. We were doing it trying to be in compliance. We didn't know there was going to be a mulch problem with the side.
Well,
So everything we did was to mark off the list that was given to us originally. It became a new additional problem with the side when Margaret came and saw it, but it was not the initial request. The initial request was the backyard to have that all cleaned.
I don't know if maybe you mentioned something to Tom Kennedy. Unfortunately, Tom Kennedy do you remember him, right? And he was like letting me know that next week we're going to make a plan. I am going to make some plan to show Margaret and to show Max so we can do that. But was time and time and time. And he didn't have time for me, no matter that he was really nice to me. But he never had the time. So it was time that I waste. And then we are acting in our strain, you know.
Her initial violation, not that we are here to rehash the case, is bare areas throughout the lawn, and her corrective action was to sod the bare areas. There are pictures of the front yard with the stepping stones there and no sod there, so they chose to mulch to remedy it, and that doesn't work. We don't allow you to mulch and rock your yard. That has to be part of an approved xeriscape plan. Yards are supposed to be sodded. So,
So the original violation was a lack of sod. They mulched up the soddy areas,
yes.
or the lack of sod areas. All right, so where I am here, because you did not come into compliance in the time allowed, and you didn't come into compliance before the hearing, I'm stuck with the fine, but you can come back for a reduction if you get the mulch, or if you get the sod laid in there quickly. You'll probably be able to stop the fine in a week or so, and then you can come back for a reduction telling us everything you did and that you only missed a little bit, and try to reduce the fine. So that's the best I can do for you there. So the 175 and continuing is granted. Get the side and the little front area sodded. Call them while they're doing it to get these people out there to look at it and stop the fines, and then come in for a reduction. So 175 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, page 3, this is violation hearings 22-0295, 577 Peppergrass Run, Nadia L. and Evans or Ivans Mondelez.
Evans
Dana.
Mandelas.
Okay.
Tina Foley, Code Officer for the Village of Royal Palm Beach. I'd like to enter the following into, the code section is 2657, 62210, structure and fire pit built without a permit, pavers installed without a permit. I observed this on 2/22/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 2/24/22 and was signed for on 3/4/22. The notice of hearing was mailed out 3/21/22 and was signed for on 3/25/22. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, you have a signed green card. You have service.
Thank you.
Sir, those documents that I just handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents? It's the notice for tonight's hearing, notice of violation, notice of hearing, photographs of the violation, and verification of ownership.
Is a photograph of the violation?
They'll be on the screen in a second, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
He said his name. It's Yvonne or
Evans.
Yves Mondelez. Sorry.
All right. Try to see whatever picture shows a fire pit, or you're just going to have to talk to me about it.
Where's the fire pit he's asking about?
On the other side.
It's removed or it's finding a fact? Okay. So the fire pit is 2657. That's a finding of fact. But it's on the photo that's on the screen now. And the
Okay,
structure.
that's what I thought. Okay, so the fire pit is a finding of fact. Did they permit it or remove it?
Removed it, I think, and the structure as well.
Which I did.
Okay,
Right.
which they've removed. And so that leaves them with the pavers without a permit, which I assume are the ones on the side of the house and in the
It's on
front.
the side, and it looks like the driveway was extended. And when I brought up,
It was the driveway. We extended the driveway and that little piece right there.
Yeah. Okay. And you didn't get a permit for that, correct?
Well, the issue is we hire a company to do the job. We should take care of the HOA and the city. Well, I guess from looking at the emails now, seems like they took care of the HOA and they never did anything with the city. So I've been trying to call them because I can't. I'm not no handyman. I'm
Well-
working every single day, so I've been trying to get in contact with them to try to have them reach out. At least, I don't know how much they're gonna charge me extra to do it, but they were supposed to do it in the first place to actually pull a permit and get that done. And
So how long have you owned the property?
this month make it 5 years,
It's
and this
sad.
was done in 2020.
Yeah, that's it. So they're going to need a 2-year survey, right? A 2-year-old survey for this? Okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
gonna do a new survey.
Yeah, the problem is if the people didn't want to permit it in the first place, they're not going to be very excited about coming back to permit it in the second place. You as a homeowner, you own this house. Is it a homestead property? You have some homestead protection on it? All right, you can do an owner builder on this. You need to pull a permit
Myself.
yourself. And what really matters here, sir, is something called permeable versus impervious surface.
Pervious versus impervious.
Yes, pervious versus impervious surface. And that means how much of your lot allows the water to go into the ground, all right? The pervious surface is like your sod and everything else. The impervious surface will be your house, your patio, any pool decks, your driveways. And odds are pretty good that he may have enough room on here, but he won't know until he gets his survey.
That's why
Correct?
the survey is required, right? Because the survey shows
Because the
entire
surveyor's going to go
property.
out there and they're going to say, and if you have, here's a practical tip, if you have the same survey company come out and do it, it'll be a lot cheaper because they've already surveyed it once. They're just going to check on, but they're going to add in the new area, and then they're going to do a calculation. And if you fall within the allowed amount of coverage, you'll get to keep it. Correct?
Right.
Okay. What is the pervious versus impervious surface requirement out here? Do you know?
I think it depends on the zoning district. I don't know the number off the top of my head.
Okay, so it depends. It's probably 50% or less or whatever that is.
So do I have to call a survey company to do that? 'Cause
Well, first thing you have
we
to
got
do,
a survey from when we purchased the house. We don't.
right,
I never
you have
had
a survey and what I'm saying is if the company that did the survey in the first place is still in existence, it's cheaper because they do a resurvey. But if you want to keep this, you need to apply for a permit. And I'm going to give you time because it wasn't your fault. So that's why I'm saying it. No, but he said he bought it 5 years ago.
5 years ago. So
That's why I asked the question. So they're probably going to say get it done in 2 months. I'll probably give you more time than that if you want to do it.
I want to do it because I mean,
yeah,
I need that extra space to.
Right, and understood. And, you know, this is not one of those, you've got the gazebo in the setback. This should not be a problem with all those issues. It should just be how big's your lot and how big are the pavers and all the other coverings. And if you're under that amount, they should give you a permit. And this should be a simple one. This should be a survey thing. So what were you going to give him and what more am I going to extend it to?
We were going to ask for compliance by June 30th or
So
appearance
we're
at the 7/13 hearing.
All right, so
June
we're going to
30th.
go to the end of July and make it the August hearing, so I'll give you some more time. So July, is the 29th, the 30th? Is that a weekday, somewhere in there?
That'll be a
29,
Friday.
29 is good. And then what's the 8 hearing?
8/10,
8/10.
$25 a day fine.
All right, your first job is to run off and go find your file where you bought the house. And find the survey and call the company and see if they pick up the phone. If they do, get them to resurvey the property. Like I said, they've already done the initial work. They've already located all the pins. They're just going to go out there and make sure that you haven't added a pool or whatever. They will add this section in, then they will do a calculation on the survey and make sure you ask for the impervious surface.
Impervious surface.
You can write that down, impervious surface area calculation. Once you get that, you're going to run to the village's website and you're going to apply for a permit.
I think isn't there also a pervious impervious form?
Yeah,
Like, there's a piece of paper. It's not just that it's on the survey. It's an actual village form. that
There's a
needs to be
village form, but
completed.
the surveyor will be able to fill that out, or you'll be able to.
labeled as a paver permit online, and it'll show you exactly what you need to.
And if you have problems, lovely lady here, Hunter, give her a call. She'll help you out.
Okay, good.
She'll at least get you the right people in building who will get you the forms and stuff. All right, so if you get that done, and I understand if, you know, it takes some time for you to get the survey, but you've got it done and you've got the permit in process, you can come back here in August. I'll probably give you more time if you are doing it and keeping
I
up with
definitely
it.
will.
So 7/29, 8/10/25. Is that kind of along the lines of what you're looking for?
Yes, sir. That's
So now you have until July 29th. And the hardest part is going to be getting the survey
Survey done.
and getting it done because we had this housing craziness going on and that's what they're doing a lot of. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, good. And, as long as you're keeping it, and keep records, keep emails. And I called the surveyor and I talked to him and emailed them. That way, when you come back, you have a ream of emails you can print and hand to me, show me that you're doing these, instead of saying, I've tried. I've tried is good, but I've tried, and here are my emails to this, this, and that. And I've emailed Hunter, and they've asked for me to do additional stuff, all that stuff. I'm a trial attorney, and I love showing proof. And
Yes,
to
sir.
show proof, the easiest way to do it is to show your communications.
Yes, sir.
So try to do most of this by email so you can at least print them out and show me. I ordered it on this day. They promised me it in a week. It took 3 weeks. That kind of stuff. And that just helps you.
No problem.
And
Just
just
for the
let
record-
them know what's going on, because if they know what's going on, they might even, say that you don't have to come to the hearing. They'll tell me to extend it. But let them know also, because it lets code enforcement know that you're trying and what your obstacles are.
And just for the record, that the other section will be a finding of fact in the
And the
order.
finding of fact on the structure
Thank
of
you.
fire pit is granted.
Thank you.
So you're not in problem, you don't have a problem with the structure in the fire pit, that's taken care of. And then when you find out your survey question, it should be a fairly inexpensive permit because it's just pavers.
Right.
Okay?
Survey might be
So
expensive.
hopefully I got you going in the right direction.
No problem. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Next, page 4, 22-0226, 138 Martin Circle, Pamela J. Brown.
Code section 622, 108.4, 15, 132, and 14.2. Installed concrete driveway without a permit. Swale has ruts and bare areas, miscellaneous items. I observed this violation on 2/11/22, sent out notice of violation on 2/15/22. It was delivered 2/17/22, sent out notice of hearing on 3/23/22. It was delivered on 3/25/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, AS400 permit information.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Pamela Brown.
Thank you, ma'am. Those documents I just handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. As the code officer said, Exhibit 1 is the notice of violation, Exhibit 2 is notice of hearing, Exhibit 3 is proof of ownership, Exhibit 4 is photographs which will appear on the screen, and Exhibit 5 is the village's AS400 permit information. Do you have any objection to just the documents, ma'am?
No.
Thank you,
All
ma'am.
right, admitted without objection. So, has she applied for a permit? I see stuff in April.
She has.
Okay, so we're just
And
waiting
plan
for the
check.
process to go through, and she just needs
It got
time.
approved today, finally.
Oh,
I got an email. I paid for it 3 weeks ago. It was approved, and then they said that I didn't fill out the shrubbery thing correctly because I had to draw my shrubs on my,
Permits printed?
so,
Yeah, it's approved.
Oh, it wasn't this morning.
I know. It just came through about, 3 o'clock.
go buy a lotto ticket.
Pardon me?
Say, go buy a lotto ticket.
Right.
And she
Today's
still
your
has
day.
some ruts and miscellaneous items.
So she did the hard thing. She's applied for the stuff.
And
You can
Hunter
do the
is
easy
approved.
things as we go along in the
Permits
process.
printed. Awesome. So that's a finding of fact on the permit then.
So he did not put grass in that area because it says that you have to be so far away from the other property when you're in the swale area. So he plans to put sod in that little piece right there the other side is my neighbor's grass. I don't know about that, but
Yeah, right here.
he left that so that when they come and inspect, it's so far away from the neighbor's line. But we
Okay.
will put grass
Yeah,
there.
that requires sod.
Yes.
And then just the items up here by the garage up here just need to be put away,
Oh, the garbage can?
whatever that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as long as they're behind the gate, they're screened. No one cares.
Got it. I'm fine.
Okay?
Good.
Since she's in the process, well, this should, I don't know, I don't know if she needs additional time, does
Well,
she?
she needs additional time to plant the grass and to remove the miscellaneous items, which you have a picture that show a violation of the code.
Yeah,
So,
well, she'll have that done tomorrow or the next day.
This is the
on that.
violation hearing, so we're going to give her time.
we'll give her time. We'll give her to
Yeah.
6:30 for the 7:13 fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
For the sod right there.
Put the sod in the garbage can.
It'll be done. Should I leave it until they come and do the inspection or
I
just go
don't
ahead
think,
and?
I think.
Well, the garbage can will put away.
No, 6:37, what, 13?
13, yes, sir.
7:13.
Thank you.
there's not gonna be a problem there with the sodding because they'll be able to tell
Okay.
where the property line. So just get the sod installed, move the other items that the cursor is sitting back. Call Margaret so she can come out and inspect it, so she can give you your affidavit
Okay.
of compliance, so you're done with the process.
Yes.
Okay?
Done.
You get an order in the mail that you're done. Buy your lotto
Make
ticket.
sure you call.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is page 5, 22-0420-2004 Lakeview Drive West, Teresa Kelly and Julio Rios.
Code section is 622-105.5. Permit has expired. I wrote this violation on 3/4/22, sent out notice of violation on 3/7/22. It was delivered on 3/10/22. I sent out notice of hearing on 3/23/22. That was delivered on 3/25/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
All right, so you have a signed green card on this. I neglected to say your other case had a green card as service too, so back that one up just to backfill it. All right, sir, your name is?
Julio Rios.
Thank you, Mr. Rios.
Thank you, sir. The documents I just handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, so we have impact windows. We don't have a final inspection. I think that's the problem. Am I correct in that assumption?
No, it's a little further than that. I ordered some windows through Home Depot and Home Depot to install. When they pulled the permit, they made the wrong order. The wrong windows came in. I needed some new windows come from California, wherever they come from. I have been told that they are in back order, and they have made mistakes on hundreds of windows from different residences, and so all their permitting is backed up. When I called them about these notifications, I couldn't get anybody. 800 numbers, answer machines, and I came down here to ask questions because I didn't pull the permit. Home Depot did. I know it's my property. I understand it. And then I finally got a hold of Home Depot when I told them I had a hearing, and I filed a couple complaints, but they're upstairs. And then today I get an email saying that they attempted to renew the permit today, and it won't be either approved by a few days or tomorrow or something.
I don't show anything's been sent in.
They may not have told you the whole story.
Because I can never get a hold of the permitting department, unfortunately. And never called me back after weeks and weeks of phone calls. So I spoke to the sales rep that made the order with me, and the sales rep told me, and I know I'm just reading a message. Our permit department has called the building department, and they will not process the renewal today if the documents were sent today. That's the only information I have from Home Depot.
Well, you don't have any documents in your queue?
No, normally.
They did call wanting to know if they submitted the permit today, the extension would be approved today. And the
Okay.
answer is no, of course, but
Yeah, at least they called.
if you don't submit it.
Yeah, but I had to really ruffle feathers for a phone call that happened today.
Yeah, well, you got your phone call in. They just didn't do what they were supposed to do, which was submit docs. We're giving him the benefit of the doubt that it was his permit. So you're seeing, okay, Home Depot has issues. All right, well, the 12 people are watching us on TV now. All right, I like his story. It's a good one. So we're going to give him some time to straighten this out.
He
with
gave me the same story last week.
so,
Oh, I
yeah,
spoke to you
it's
at the counter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
all
goodness.
good.
I hate being here. I really do hate being here.
No, it's,
on Home Depot's mistake.
yeah, well, Home Depot's mangling you. This is when I get to give additional time. This is when it's really nice when people show up here so I can do that for them, because they would ask for like the beginning of June or something. I'm going to give you till the end of July, which gives you more time to yell at Home Depot and send them some nasty emails, because you're trying at least and they're not.
Well,
729, 810, 25. Keep on top of them.
yes.
If they get the permit renewed, and this goes for a lot of people in the room, because I seem to have a lot of permit cases on this docket as well. If you do get your permit renewed, that gets you out of code enforcement and back into the building department, where they can get mad in another 6 months and throw it back to code enforcement, but at least they get to keep it for 6 months.
If I choose to cancel my order with Home Depot and they submit the application, it is approved for renewal, I can close it
No.
and get another company to come in?
No, they would have to close their permit, or you would have to do a change of contractor to yourself to be able to close their permit.
But oh, that's a good trick. So he can do a change of contractor to himself, and then
And then
close the
close
permit.
it.
If he was going to get rid
Fire.
of Home
Because
Depot,
I do
yeah,
wanna
if they're
fire
not
Home
in the
Depot.
equation anymore. then
Okay,
yes.
so you now have learned the trick that I didn't know
Okay, so
before.
I have to make it a self-contractor, open myself.
And
Yeah,
then
well,
extend
you're a
them.
home contractor, whatever they
If
call
you
it.
have another contractor that you want to use, you might be better off to have them come in and do a change of contractor
Mhm.
and then do any revision, because it depends on what windows you're putting in.
Yes.
Your inner ways have to match that. So what Home Depot submitted, if they've ordered the wrong thing, their inner ways don't match.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Unless they have the right inner ways and just ordered them.
I don't know what NOA means, but
It's how they're supposed to be installed. It's to make sure that they meet wind load and everything else.
it's just the wrong color.
Specs of the window.
So it's the size, it's the manufacturing details, it's the engineering that really matters. And if they did all that right, and it was like a 20 by 20 window, but they ordered you a 24 by 24 window, the other guys can just sort of fix it by ordering the right.
They can mimic it.
No, they will be able to just order the right window that they described. But if they gave you the wrong measurements, if they gave you the 20 by
It's not
24,
even that. So
it's
like
more stuff.
one brand has their own, it's gone through testing and it's proven.
Right.
So if they're going to use that same brand, you can use those
Okay.
notice of acceptances.
I understand.
That kind of works if you have PGTs in there. Everyone's using PGTs, I guess.
I understand. Thank you.
Or you may just have to do the thing that Hunter suggested, change the contractor yourself, cancel the permit, and get somebody else who actually can measure a window. All right, 729, 810, 25, and good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If you have any questions, contact the building department. They'll help you. Hunter works in the building department as well.
Next, bottom of page 6, 22-0643, 105th Avenue, Palms West Industrial Park Condominium Association, Inc.
All right, we have a multiplicity of gentlemen who are out there in the waiting room who are going to raise their right hands and get sworn in. Including you, or anyone's going to talk. Raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Everyone does? Excellent. Hopefully I've kept up with the swearing at people. Okay.
Okay, the code section is 2349A6 and 1254. The description is disabled unregistered vehicles parked in the parking lot, and dumpster enclosures have trash in them. This violation was observed and written on 3/17/22 and sent certified mail 3/17/22 and signed on 3/23/22. Notice of hearing was sent certified mail 4/16/22 and signed on 4/26/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership with Division of Corporation, Sunbiz paperwork. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay. All right, so you have 2 signed green cards, so that covers your service. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Kevin Kennedy. I'm legal counsel for the association.
Kevin Kennedy, yes. Okay, good.
Those exhibits that Supervisor Walker handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents?
No objection.
Thank you, sir.
Admitted without objection. So, tell me all about it. Do we have cars here, I take it, that are
Yeah,
being
so
repaired or something's going on
the-
because they're sitting?
first picture shows the dumpster and it's got debris in it. And the dumpster doors are left open. That needs to be cleaned up.
So that has been taken, I'm sorry to interrupt, that has been taken care of. There's been a lock placed on the door. We've attempted to contact code enforcement to come back out and,
It's all right, it's a violation hearing, you have plenty
That
of
was
time.
done this afternoon?
no, like, it's been done multiple times by Felicia, The property manager for the association, Felicia DeMary, has called probably 4 different times.
I haven't gotten a voicemail from her.
Okay.
And this picture was taken on 5/10.
This is yesterday's photo.
So from
No.
what I've been advised, and tell me if there's been a lock placed on the door.
Yeah, well, as of yesterday, this photo kind of indicates that it was unlocked and unchained and open long enough for the code enforcement officer to go there and unhurriedly take a picture of the problem being the problem.
It was unlocked yesterday for the garbage pickup.
It was yesterday in the morning. But regardless, there's trash outside. The dumpster is supposed to be in the dumpster. There's cardboard and
Yeah, you can see all the
debris
stuff to the
back
left of
around
the
that
dumpster that's not supposed to be stored there.
It'll get cleaned up.
So, and then in the parking lot, this is a truck that's parked there with a flat tire. These cars aren't moving. This Corvette doesn't move. It was there the day that I walked the property with O'Neill. This actually tells you that it goes to a tenant. I think it said XL Auto. This is another disabled vehicle. This vehicle is disabled, it's crashed in, and then the,
T-boned is the proper
sorry,
term.
I should be using this. It's got tape over the window with the plastic and everything. So your parking lot can't be used to store cars.
Right. So, section 23-47 of the code, which discusses the applicability of the remaining portions of the code, say that that the provisions set forth in this division shall apply to the following: new construction and development, expansion of existing structures, change in use, expansion of existing parking areas, and new parking spaces. None of these situations exist with this condominium. This has been in existence for quite some time. We're not seeking any expansion of the parking lot. We're not seeking any change in the use. All the businesses that own space within this commercial condominium development, there are a couple that are auto body shops. The spaces outside are not necessarily used for storage of these vehicles. It's as they're being worked on. But the applicability of section 23-49 doesn't seem appropriate here.
Well, I'm not sure what he read at the beginning was 2347, but the violation is 2349. But you can't use site plan parking spaces for guests of an establishment to store cars that are being worked on. That's not how properties are site planned in the village, and it goes against the village code section that's cited in his notice. That's not how parking spaces are designed and approved in the village.
Can I look at that code section?
It says this section, these provisions set forth in this division shall apply to the following. So all of this, section 23, applies to new development or redoing developments. This isn't the proper section of the code to be cited for this alleged violation.
And there is additional village code section that says you can use areas for storage, but they have to be designated as such on the site plan. That's not how this is.
But those haven't been cited here. Those haven't been given notice to this.
No, but what I'm telling you is if that's the desire of the tenants is to use the space for storage, there is a mechanism in the code to do that. That's not how this property was site planned.
But again, that's not what's cited as the violation here. So
2349 is what's cited.
I understand. But the code specifically says that this is what this section of the code is for. And that is not what we're here on today. So if there is a different section that needs to be cited so that we can be on notice of what we're actually being violated for, then we need to have notice of that.
That's not how this code is interpreted ever.
Let me look at the code, just so I can make my lovely independent verification here. 2346. Yep.
23 means nothing. That's
All right, sir, so when was the building built? The ordinance was only said it's only applicable to stuff that's afterwards, and you're afterwards. I mean,
Right. However, the provisions set forth in this division shall apply to the following. New construction, which there is no new, we're not seeking a permit
it
for new.
says new construction, and if you look at the statutory interpretation, it's new construction after 2347, after 1595.
That's if we're seeking a permit for new construction now.
You did seek a permit for new construction after 1995. That's simple enough.
The violation isn't for a because of a certificate because we're seeking a certificate of occupancy right now. This is a totally different issue.
I find that this does not apply because the property was constructed after 1995.
Okay.
So that makes that simple. So it just gets back to the original code section, which says you can't store dead stuff in parking lots unless it's designated.
Okay. So the board has been working with their management company to issue parking decals or parking passes for the owners of the different units within the condominium building, and seeking to have any cars that are parked in violation towed. It's an 80,000 square foot building. 20,000 square foot of it approximately is two different auto body shops. The cars will be stored in those units when they're not being worked on, and sometimes they have to shuffle things around. They have to move cars out.
Understood. My mother's boyfriend had an auto body shop. I probably can do Bondo as well as those guys can.
I'm sorry, I'm struggling to hear you.
Said my mother's boyfriend had an auto body shop. I am very familiar with Bondo. Okay, I know how these things work. If you guys want to do something productive, they will designate a portion of that property for vehicle storage, fence it off, and put dead cars there where they should be. I mean, it's kind of simple, you know. So you've got how much time do we want for them to remedy the situation?
compliance by 6:30 or the 7:13 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
I mean, auto body shops are, you know,
Yeah, and one
you
thing.
have to have enough storage between things when you get a car in. You're going to get a car in, you're going to tear it apart, you're going to find what you need to order. It's going to sit until the parts come in. Then you got to put the parts together, and then you've got to do all your prep work, and it'll go in and out of the shop for that. Then you have to paint it, then it'll dry and get picked up by the customers. You know, this is not where you're supposed to park these cars. If you have excess parking or you want to change the site plan to designate this as storage for the tenants, that is your right to seek that kind of change to the site plan. But right now,
They
it's
also
not a
need to
proper
review the
place.
approval history because a lot of times with businesses like this, there are conditions of approval placed in the resolution approving the site plans that do not allow for storage outside of the base. It's very common,
Understood.
so
I
they
have
need to check the
seen other-
history.
I have seen other properties, and I have had other properties before me which totally violated the conditions of approval that you actually showed me. So that's for another day, though. If
Correct.
they get these vehicles off there by June 30th and they get a certificate of conformity, then everything is fine. There'll be no fines, and everyone will go on with their lives. But I have a feeling this is going to be a continuing problem as long as you have these body shops there. So 6:30, 7:13, or 25 is granted.
So questions before, what under the code constitutes a disabled vehicle?
Well, if you look at the Mustang in the picture, the passenger rear wheel is flat. That is disabled.
Okay, so if that has a working wheel or a filled wheel on it,
Then it's probably not. But it has to be operable and licensed. If it's operable, licensed, and is not disabled, which this vehicle obviously is, then it's not a problem.
Yeah, but we talked about, in our code, there's like a whole list what makes a vehicle disabled. If it has a flat tire, cracked windshield, no steering wheel,
There's a list.
got transmission things that are missing, if it's not drivable,
If it's
if
full of
not
stuff,
registered,
I
if
think
it
if
just
it's,
sits and doesn't move, it's disabled. But overall, the parking lot is not to be used for operable or inoperable vehicles.
Okay.
oh, it's,
So they're not supposed to be stored overnight
Yeah.
like that.
So how long are they allowed in the parking lot? If they finish work on a vehicle and they move it out of the body shop and put it into the parking lot?
So all of the automotive, when they get approved, they're told that they're supposed to have the cars that will fit in their bay.
Okay.
They're not supposed to have excess of vehicles.
Okay.
They don't allow them to store work that they have lined up in the parking lots. And
we could-
actually, when I was out there the other day, Value Tire was actually changing tires in the parking lot.
So, and I promise you I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but in the parking lot right out here, we have 6 code enforcement vehicles that are sitting there. Are those not being stored then in that parking lot?
That has nothing to do with your code enforcement case. This is not an
no, I
auto,
understand
this
it
is not
doesn't
an
have-
auto body shop. This is Village Hall.
I understand it doesn't have anything to do with our case, but you're saying parking lots can't store vehicles.
So what I'm saying is that the
And-
approval for that development said that there is to be no storage outside of cars that are being worked on. You need to check the resolution, but I guarantee that's what it said. Because just for this reason, this is exactly what happens with these types of businesses. They bring in 20 cars and they sit in the parking spaces that are designated for customers of other tenants.
And there are certain
They're not allowed to
businesses
be
that
there.
do get approval to have that. Alpaca Ford has an approval to have vehicles in their parking lot. There are car sales.
They're selling cars.
They're
Correct.
supposed to have it. There are indoor sales only, but they actually got the permission to have outdoor sales and have vehicles parked out there. So it depends on the individual development order for each
And the use of the
each
property. Right.
address.
okay. They should be on your records, or you should be able to look them up through the village's approval.
The
Or you
site
could do
plan
public records
approval
request.
was done in '03.
And you should be able to pull that with a public records request,
You can get it through public records request. Yes, sir.
chapter 119. So, yes.
All right, so what's our date? I'm sorry.
6:30, 7/13, 25.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Next is fine mitigation hearings, top of page 7, 17-0548, 10075 Mikado Lane, Reina Rivera.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Okay.
Your names for the record?
She doesn't speak English.
Reina Rivera.
Thank you. And your name also, ma'am?
Sue Alvarez.
Thank you.
All right, so why should well, this is where we flip the script and you guys tell me why we should reduce the fine, which is how much?
$17,600.
One, well, the shed, which is, I believe, what the fine was for, that has been removed. It was removed once the fine was installed or processed or whatever it's called. She had no idea, especially not speaking the language, that she had to come or sent proof that once the initial fine was done, that had been removed out of the property.
So you have no proof? How long ago was it removed?
It complied on March 23rd, excuse me, on November 2nd, 2017. That's when the village complied it.
November 2nd of 2017?
Yes.
So why was the,
She had no clue as to.
no, I'm trying to figure out if it's complied on this, in November of 17, how's there a
It was a
$17,000?
$100 a day fine.
$100 a day?
Yes.
It's probably for the illegal.
There were people living in the shed.
So were there people living in the shed out there?
At the time, I believe that there was somebody staying there, but that was removed immediately as soon as that was advised.
There was no electric to the shed either. It was very unsafe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm trying to understand why it'd be more, and now I understand why you had a illegal tenancy, probably without any power and without any other sanitary things.
It was a shed. Yeah, there was no bathroom. There was no electricity. It's not to be inhabited. It's for storage of personal items.
And Linda and I met them out there with Miss Rios and her granddaughter Maria to explain back in 2017
Mm-hmm.
at the property.
So, and then it complied out in 176 days, I take it? 'Cause that's
I don't have the exact number of days, but yes.
17,600
Yes.
at $100 a day is 176 days. So it took a half a year to get
Your order
complied.
was from May 15th of 2017, so May to November is 6 months.
Yeah.
That's 180 days, just about, like you said.
176. All right, so it took a modest 180 days to get the shed out. So what do you think the fine should be?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, it's unfortunately she has no income. The house, her property is under a reverse mortgage, so I don't see how she'll be able to pay that fine.
Well, she's not going to pay the entire fine if she has an amount that you can assume or at least you can propose otherwise.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You're asking for a reduction. What should it be reduced to?
You're asking me to zero.
Because she was renting out an illegal property in the back that took her
I mean, I
6
don't
months to
know
get
that
rid
if
of.
she was renting it
That's
out.
a horrible, horrible request
I-
for the position. So 0 is not good.
The property is also in active foreclosure.
It's in foreclosure as well.
Yeah, and the village is named as a defendant, so the village is entitled to some funds in the event that they're surplus once it's foreclosed upon.
It's not, the foreclosure has already been revised because that was part of the insurance. That should be already been taken off.
I
the
checked just
foreclosure?
before the hearing started today, and it's still in active
It's
foreclosure.
I guess the legal, I don't know, that's going to be resolved because it's basically what they were waiting for was proof of insurance, and that has already been submitted. So the foreclosure it's not going to happen.
Well,
it's already
the foreclosure is interesting as a sidelight to the property, but the reality is you've got a $17,600 lien, and if it's her property and it's a homestead and she's living there, they can't foreclose on the lien, so it just sits there. Now, if I grant your request, what was the village's position? with
This is
regard-
one, I'll give you a number, but this is the severity of the violation is something that is to be considered in reduction of fines, and this was an unsafe situation that persisted for, as you see, 6 months. So
Right.
the village would
I'm sorry, you're saying that once you provided the fine or once you processed the fine, you went 6 months afterwards?
No, it took
I
you
didn't.
6 months to get rid of it
She
and
did.
get them to verify that it was getting rid of.
So it took her 6 months to provide, so she did provide a proof then that it was.
she has, yeah, you wouldn't be able to be at this hearing requesting the fine to be reduced unless the property was in compliance. So the property complied, the special magistrate issued an order in May, the property complied in November, 6 months later.
Do you have something that she signed or something? I mean, I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I just came here where
That helps her.
that it's.
You're trying
No,
to.
I understand. I just
But-
want to
but-
understand
but
as to
how-
how the
how does
6
that
months
work?
came about. That's what I was trying to.
Someone from the code enforcement office went out there and verified that the shed was removed. That was the date they were asked to do so. They filed an affidavit of compliance in the file indicating on that date it was in compliance. That's how it, so your client or your friend or whatever it is, here's the practical problem. Yeah, she's in foreclosure, she's not in foreclosure, it doesn't matter. This fine just sits here because the village isn't going to foreclose on a homestead property they aren't allowed to by law. So it just sits there. If I grant a reduction from the 17,600, which they don't want me to do, but if I do it and you can't pay it, it just stays at 17,600. So it becomes almost a pointless exercise unless you have a number that you can propose.
And the
That-
most that she can afford probably is, say, $500,000. That's the most.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, our
And-
number is $8,850. Because again, if it forecloses and there's surplus funds, we can potentially get all of our money.
Right, and
Because
I
our lien
say
was recorded prior to
they're
their
just
defendants.
sitting there waiting for the foreclosure to do whatever it does. If you've got the foreclosure taken care of, nothing's going to happen to her. They're not going to foreclose on the property. It's just going to sit there at 17.6 until the property transfers upon her death or sale or whatever. So at this point in time, it may be good for her to withdraw the request, because if I say we're reducing it to $2,000 in 3 months and she doesn't pay it, it just goes back. And she
And
can't
let's say
come.
if you reduce
and-
it to $2,000, can she make some installment payments, or
No.
she has to come up with the
It has
whole?
to be, this is a one payment thing. I cannot do it. I've tried.
Okay.
You have to do it. So you may want, because I'm not going to reduce it to $1,000 for someone who lived in the backyard for 6 months.
$2,000, it sounds.
No, I'm not even going to probably do that. But I'm just telling you, if she withdraws it now and she comes back with a different circumstance where she can come up with some real money to deal with this is not going to hurt her if she withdraws it. But if you get a number from me and I go 8, or if I go 5 or whatever, and she can't make the payment in 60 days, it's 17.6 forever and she can't come back.
Okay, so she has 60 days pretty much with the number that you provide today.
Right, but all I'm saying is if she has nothing and there's no reason to do it right now, and if you withdraw it now, all that means is if she gets to sell the property later or something else happens, you can come in and ask for it then when you have some resources. Right now, all you can do is get hurt, and it's really not going to be helpful if I reduce it if you can't afford it. You can't afford to pay for it.
I mean, that's something that, she'll, I guess, see if she can set some
See,
family
but
members
that's
or
not the
something
way
that-
you do
I mean,
that.
if you give 60 days, then that's probably
See,
something that
the
she can
problem
come
is you're
back.
not listening. You really need to.
Okay.
She needs to come up with a number that she can do, and then come in here and ask for the 60 days to pay for it. Because if I give her a number that's unrealistic, all I'm doing is messing her up.
Okay. For her to come back with a number, when would be the next date that you can?
You
she
can.
can
You
go? It
can.
has to be done
you
today.
It does. It can be done anytime in the future with the same one-page application. That's all. So it's very simple. But right now, it doesn't seem like this is the best deal for your friend here at this time. So did you want to withdraw this at this time and resubmit it at a future date?
If I withdraw right now, you're saying that she stays with the 17,000?
But nothing can happen right
No,
now.
I understand.
Yeah.
Nothing, nothing would happen unless she's deceased, and,
Exactly.
that's understood. But if it were the case that she were decide to sell the property, because I know that the foreclosure, that's going to get fixed. That's
Right, and if she gets to sell the
So let's say if
property,
she sells the property, then,
then she has at least a number you can come in with that she can realistically do, or she can pay it out of the settlement proceeds or whatever. But right now, all you're doing is setting yourself up to scramble around for money that you may or may not be able to get to do nothing with it.
Okay, but what I'm trying to understand is, let's say next month she decides, listen, I'm gonna, once the foreclosure, that we get the paperwork ready, that it's done. Next month she decides, okay, let me go ahead and put it for sale. The house, let's say, this is speaking, the house sells. Okay, she can come then and say, okay, instead of 17,000, the most I can pay is the number that she gave, 8.6, and it will be done. It wouldn't be that 17. It could be roughly your number, and then she'll have the 60 days to pay that 8,600. Right? Did I understand that correctly?
Pretty much.
But again, the only thing I'll reinforce is that
Yeah, the
ability to
village
pay
is
has
not happy if I do the 8.6 even, but
ability to pay has nothing to do with the severity of the violation.
yeah, or they're just saying it was a bad violation. It's not like you left your house numbers out or left a trash can out. You had someone living in a shed without a bathroom and without power, and they're probably, that's wrong. And then neighbors had to deal with it and all that other stuff. So right now, do you want to withdraw it or not? Because I can go grant this right now, but you're going to run around and scramble to get money that you may not
No,
be
no,
able
no.
to get. And
I'll
you're,
with, I'll work with what you're saying. Right now it's not going to affect her, right? So
withdrawn.
yeah, and then it's
That's
just
fine.
to resubmit another letter to come back to another hearing.
At some other time, yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
Next is 17-1887 198 Cordoba Circle, Lloyd G.A. Morgan.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. Please tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Michelle Arnold. I'm the niece of Lloyd Morgan, who's now deceased. We were not aware of the fines until we were actually in the process. The property went into probate, and I've been assigned as the personal representative for the property.
My condolences.
And thank you. With the title search is when we discovered the outstanding fine. And I'm here today to ask, and I understand the severity of the violation. It was health safety. My uncle, unfortunately, had medical and some mental issues at the time, and he probably would serve all the notices that you all provided, but we weren't aware of any of it, and I don't believe I don't know who I talked to. I think I might have talked to Hunter, that he attended any of the hearings or anything. When our family was made aware, we as quickly as we could, got his water turned back on and proceeded to help him, live in a more safe condition. And I'm here today requesting that the fines be waived entirely.
Okay. What is the amount of the fine?
$1,000.
And what is the village's position with regards to the waiver request?
Unfortunately, because of the amount and also because of the nature of the violation, we're opposing reduction.
Okay. When did Mr. Morgan pass?
October of 2018.
The property came into compliance in February of 2018.
Yeah, so. All right.
I understand, like as I said, the severity of the violation, but this was health safety for him, and it wasn't impacting his neighbors or anybody else. As I said, we made every effort to correct when we knew about it, but again, we didn't know anything about the hearing.
Okay, I'm going to reduce it to $500 by when?
60 days is July 11th.
500 by 7/11.
I respectfully request that the village just mitigate the entire thing, just because,
The
as I
village
said, the
has
property.
legal and other costs that they have to pay to do the reduction or do the release of lien.
Not only for the orders for tonight's hearing,
and
but
the
also there's
orders for tonight's
$250 in costs for
hearing
the release.
and the release. This is not a free thing.
I
There's
understand.
a certain minimum cost. The fault was your deceased uncle's problem
That we've
and-
inherited.
and that you inherited,
Mhm.
but it was still his problem that he cost them or created. So it's not a waiver to zero type situation. I've reduced it to not much more than the costs that the village is incurring doing these things. And that's as low as I'm going to go. Okay? You'll get an order in the mail, or someone will.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Next is 21-0417 570 Christina Drive, PP Park Air Property Owner LLC.
Like to enter those following documents
Can I-
into evidence.
Can I just ask when I'm gonna get the order and where is it gonna go? Because nobody's at the property right now, so I don't know what address you all have.
Goes to whatever's on the,
Hold on, I can find
Goes to the address on the tax collector's roll, which is probably the property address. If you want
Do you have a
to,
card on her? You can give her a
get
card and
an
she can contact
additional,
you.
She has my email, right?
Can you just contact her and she'll make sure you
you
get a
can
copy?
email it to
Yeah.
you.
okay.
Okay, pardon me. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, fine mitigation request. Exhibit 2, order assessing fine. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, affidavit of compliance.
Okay. Please tell us who you are.
I'm Steve Wallace with Ward Damon. I'm the attorney for the property owner PPP Park Air Property Owner LLC.
Okay.
I'm covering the matter for my partner, Michael Posner.
Okay. And you've been here for the other cases? So the
Yes,
question
sir.
just
Yes, sir, I
becomes,
have.
well, how much is the fine?
It's $5,250.
Okay. And why should the fine be reduced?
Sure. I'm not sure if I may approach, Your Honor. I've got a
Sure.
we prepared a memo which kind of outlines our
Show
position.
her first,
I've-
and
I've-
okay, and then I'll be happy to look at it. All right. So I've read your memo. Thank you. Does that basically tell us why you want it reduced and what's
Yeah,
going
I mean,
on?
I can just highlight a couple points that are pertinent points. Certainly, my client purchased this property recently. In part of their rebranding, they unfortunately, without our counsel, went ahead and rebranded the sign. When they found out that they required a permit and approval process from the village, they processed it immediately. We came in front of you in September. You granted us an extension in December because of the holidays. We did go through the process there in December. There was some comments made to complete the approval process, and as a result of that, because of the holidays and also the limited meetings because of the COVID situation, it got delayed into February. I mean, we've done everything that we can to comply. We're asking to get the fine reduced to 10%, which is $500, plus we're happy to pay any of the actual costs of the village as well.
All right. What's the village's position with regards to the request?
The village is not opposing reduction. We'd be willing to reduce it to $1,420.56 payable by 7-Eleven.
Okay. So $1,420.56.
That's inclusive of the costs as well,
That's
right?
inclusive of all costs,
Okay.
fees, and fines.
And additional costs that will still have to be incurred to release the lien. At whatever
Right, it's
point you
like
pay.
$30 or whatever it is.
Yeah, plus she has to charge a few dollars too. Lawyers are expensive.
Listen, I know Minnie well. We've dealt with each other many times, so I appreciate the village's.
I think everyone's not mad at each other, so it's all good. Okay.
Thank you very much.
142056 by 7-Eleven. And you're going to get him a copy, or?
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're
Okay.
going back to,
We have more fine mitigation hearings on the agenda. Are we doing those? Are we doing what?
okay. Sorry, the addendum that you have, Special Magistrate, it's a violation hearing.
Wendy.
20 Huh?
Wendy.
No,
Oh, the bottom?
22-0.
Violation hearing?
Yeah, violation hearing, 22-0129, 101 South State Road 7, Uriel Investments, LLC.
The code section is 622-105.5. The description is village building permit number 172540 is expired. This violation was written on 1/25/22. It was sent certified mail on 1/26/22 and signed for on 1/28/22. Notice of hearing was mailed certified mail 4/16/22, and it was returned on 4/18/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, AS 400 permit information.
All right, so you have a signed green card, so you have service.
Your name for the record, sir?
Shane Chernoff on behalf of Mattress Firm.
Spell that, both of them.
Yeah, CHERNO. F is in Frank. F is in Frank.
Your first name, sir?
Shane. SHANE.
I just didn't catch that. I got stuck at the turn off part.
Well,
I went, okay.
It has been a couple of months, and it's good to see you again.
Yeah. All right. So this is a building permit for a fire alarm for Loews. All right. So this is just a violation hearing.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys working on it, or you need more time to work on it?
We do need more time to work on it. There's no dispute that the permit's expired. We would request 90 days just because Mattress Firm is a tenant. Johnson Controls, who was previously the contractor that pulled the permit, is no longer associated with Mattress Firm. So the 90 days would take into account changing the contractor, filing for the permit extension, conducting the inspection, and then getting the affidavit of compliance.
I find that that's not unreasonable given the fact that they at least sent you to do it. So let's give them a 90-day-ish date.
And just to clarify, renewing the permit is what you need for compliance.
Yeah, not all the rest of it. So it's 90 days.
That's correct. Rob Makoviak, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the old Pittsburgh Pirates infielder. Rob Jackowitz spoke to Hunter on May 6th, and he actually was also out at the property. The infrastructure is all good. The only thing that we would need to do is get the permit repulled to get it extended and get the inspection done and get the final green light.
So that's more like a 30-60 then. It is a 90. Let's do it 60 just to.
Can we split the baby judge and get 75?
Well,
Yeah, they
we
don't
have
like
an
70.
815, 818.
Yeah, 815.
hearing.
That's too many numbers. 815
815,
or
818.
818 or $25 a day fine.
Yeah.
That's
So,
90 days.
but again, all you have to do is get the permit renewed.
All right, 815,
And you'll do a change of contractor and then a permit extension.
Correct.
Okay?
All right, so what's the dollar amount that they're never going to pay?
$25.
$25 a day if they don't pay it done.
815, 818, 25. You can tell me you did a wonderful job.
So
And compliance occurs when the permit extension is granted. So then you become a building department problem again.
Right, understood. And the fines don't start to toll until after 8:15, correct? Because there's
Yeah.
only a violation hearing.
Yeah, it's only a violation here.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got enough time, and you should be able to get this done a lot earlier. If you do this and you get a permit, you may want to just do a courtesy call to the code enforcement
8:10.
officers to tell them you have it. Could you check it for us?
I'm sorry, I misspoke. The hearing is 8:10, so we'll do before that. A couple days before that would be
All right, so
8/5. I'm sorry.
they just screwed you for about
I looked at the wrong month.
10
Sorry.
days here. So
That it seemed a little.
closer to your 75 instead of the 90.
Okay, no worries. So compliance by 8:15.
No, 8/5 or appeared at the 8/10 hearing.
Okay. 8/5. Okay.
8/10, 25.
And you'll get an order in the mail that has those dates too.
Understood.
Yeah, but
Thank
it's
you.
going to go to Lowe's, so you may want to follow up. Okay, granted. 8/5, 8/10, 25.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a lovely evening.
You too.
All right, we still have people sitting here waiting.
Back to page 3, 1328 Carousel. Violation hearing 22-0239, 1328 Carousel Way. Gentil Lusant and Floris Laducier. Can approach the podium.
You're showing me the wrong dead car picture.
I'm sorry?
They're showing me the wrong dead cars pictures.
I'm getting there. Just 1 second.
You got to talk to the IT department. Their AV squad needs some work.
It's me. I am today. May 12th.
I am.
I still got the wrong
Code section is 14.4A, disabled vehicle. I observed this on 2/14/22. The notice of violation was mailed out 2/17/22 and was signed for on 2/22/22. The notice of hearing was mailed out 3/7/22 and was posted. I'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. An affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, so you have a signed green card, and then you have an affidavit of service for the hearing, so we have service. And I assume this is the white Ford.
Your name for the record, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Floris Blanduccia.
Thank you. Those documents I handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to just the documents?
By the time you mailed those notices, I was out of state.
That's okay.
Okay.
They're just asking if the documents are okay. They're not.
Oh, yes, they are okay.
Okay, admitted without objection. Then we'll get to the actual story.
Okay.
All right, they're saying that the white truck there does not have a tag. Is that the problem here?
Yes.
Okay. And if the white truck had a tag, it would be fine.
Okay,
So-
I will put a tag on it.
So you just need to get a tag on it. How long do you need to get a tag?
Maybe 60 days. I have to put it. My insurance gonna be finished when I renew the new insurance. I will add it to the insurance and have a tag.
Okay, whose car is it? Somebody, is it your car? Whose car is it?
It's drivable because I have teenagers. I don't want them to drive the car. Just take the tag away. But I will add it in my insurance and get a tag for it.
All right, and what does the village want for time frame?
The village is asking for compliance by May 26th or appearance at this June 8th fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
Okay, you want 5/26, but you want it by when? 8 something?
May 26th.
May
I think
26th.
for you to have an appointment for the tag, is take more than that. I think I'm gonna.
What's the
need more.
date of your hearing?
June 8th.
6/8. I'll give her a couple more weeks. The 8th, then they would be the 6/6. This would be a very easy one to fix or at least check.
6/6 is fine.
6/6. I'll give you till June 6th to get a tag on there.
Okay.
Once you get the tag on, call her. She will run out there and she will make sure that there's a valid tag on the vehicle, and that will stop any fine from starting. Okay?
Okay, so in which phone number? This phone number?
Yes, probably the
Yes,
one on.
that's fine.
That's
Okay.
beautiful. So yeah, once you get that tag on there before June 6th, then as long as you call her and she can see it on the vehicle, then she'll do an affidavit of compliance and you'll be good.
Okay.
Just
thank
to let
very-
you know too, though, the vehicles need to move every 30 days, so it's been sitting for a while, so you do need to also move it, okay?
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Turn
you,
it
sir.
around, back it in next time.
Okay.
Thank you. Staying on the same page, 21-1097, 113 Alcazar Street, MMJT LLC.
Okay. Have I sworn you in, sir?
Say that again, sir.
Have I sworn you in?
I believe so. Well,
You-
I was
did
staying
you raise and
outside.
say,
yeah,
"I
I was
do"?
outside. Yeah.
Code section 622-105.5, permit expired 21/01/13 for garage door change out. I observed this on this was written on 12/16/21. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail on 12/20/21 and was posted. The notice of hearing was mailed out 3/7/22 and was posted. We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing and affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, permit information.
All right, you have service by posting on the notice and the violation. You have service.
Your name, sir, for the record?
Pierre St. Jean, and I am the legal counsel for the LLC.
Can you spell your last name, sir?
STJEAN.
Thank you, sir. those documents that I handed you are the exhibits that the village would like to enter into evidence. Do you have any objection to those documents, sir?
No objection, ma'am.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, admitted without objection. So we applied for the permit in January and then they kind of let it die.
Say that again. I could
They
not.
applied for the permit in
Oh.
January and this kind of let it die. They need to.
Right.
Did they
Yes, magistrate. The owner hired the company, garage company, to apply for the permit. They did the work, but they never
Why
get the
permit?
inspection.
Mhm.
I got on their case yesterday, and then today they applied to renew the permit. They paid the fee. I got a copy of the proof that they paid for it. So now it's a question of getting the permit issued so I can call for a reinspection on it.
Okay, so that should be a 30-day thing.
Yeah, we're asking for compliance by June 30th or the July 13th fine assessment or $25 a day. So that should allow plenty of time.
All right, 6/37/13,
Yes, sir.
25. Since
Yes,
you've
sir.
already applied, it should probably be issued in what, a week or 3.
I don't know how long the city
be-
take to issue a
Could be
permit,
by the
but
end of the week.
Yeah,
It's quick. It's within a week.
it
It's
usually
very quick.
takes a week or 3 to approve a permit, depending on the difficulty of it. If it's
Much quicker than
this,
getting
this,
a permit.
yeah, this is a garage door, so it should be fairly easy. The engineering should be done by whoever the manufacturer is.
No, it just has
Oh.
to be signed by the building official.
Oh, well, in that case, this should be an easy one. You should be able to get this done by June 30th.
I hope so.
We're all hoping.
Thank you.
Take
Thank
care. Have a
you.
good evening, and I'll sign that order, 6/37/13/25. Okay. Does anyone need a break? Are we all good? Hunter need a minute?
Yeah.
Hunter needs a minute. We are going to take a break, and it's not me.
Are you first?
But now that I have the chance, I'll go. And we're back on. All
Okay, we're-
right, back in action.
Thank you, sir. We're back on,
Page one, number one, or are we
yep,
going
fine
some-
assessment hearings. 21-0519, 790 Orchid Drive, Luis A. Camejo.
We'd like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, permit information. Exhibit 4, pictures.
All right, how was he served?
He was present at the previous hearing and had actual service.
Okay, actual service is a wonderful thing. Good. Okay. You have actual service, what would you like?
This has been out of compliance for 7 days, so a fine of 175 and continuing.
175 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you, sir. 21-0534 is being pulled. 21-0801 is being pulled. 22-0030, 180 Sandpiper Avenue. Rahadel Robesville Martinez.
RR.
Thank you.
I can see the building department has been your friend again. Ooh,
How did that even happen?
the next fuse. Yes. All right, 180 Sandpiper.
Sorry about that. I'd like
Not
to
a
enter
problem.
those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification. Affidavit of service with that also. Exhibit 2 is the verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information.
Okay, you have service via posting, so you can proceed.
This has been out for 13 days, so 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-0033, 181 Sandpiper Avenue, Akira and Bernard Bain.
Again, I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation, USPS tracking. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information.
So do they at least take you out to lunch for doing all their work for them? No, not even that, huh? All right, you have USPS tracking confirm you have service. Is this also 325 plus continuing?
No, this one was 7 days, so 175 and continuing.
175 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-0128, 160 Dove Circle, Michael R. and Nina Martin.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information.
Okay. Someone cranked out the color printer, so I have a nice green card with a blue signature
I
on
hit
it.
the
It's
button
so
wrong.
pretty. You have service. What would you like?
This one's been out for 13 days, so 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-0135, 129 Sparrow Drive, Shabbat Jewish Center of RPB, Inc.
But they usually show up.
Yeah. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification of ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4, pictures.
So they did a veg permit in
They
March,
did get the
but they-
vegetation removal permit,
They
but
didn't do the stucco.
did not get the stucco permit.
They had two people here last time. I remember both of them.
Yeah.
All right, how much?
This one's 13 days, so 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-0207, 121 Cayo Costa Court, Emmanuel L. and Sandra F. Michael.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information.
All right, someone was more frugal and they didn't use the expensive color printer for the lovely signed green card. You have service.
Again, 13 days, 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
29-1095, 122 Chestnut Circle, John W. Ford and Renee Ford.
I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, pictures.
I thought John Ford was a famous Hollywood director. You have a green card returned, so you have service. What would you like?
This one again, 13 days, 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
21-1100, 215 Bilbao Street, Boris E. and Ivan Lopez.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. And Exhibit 4 is the pictures.
Ooh, I got pictures. No, I don't.
On the screen.
They're on the screen.
Okay. Installed a slab without a it's a pretty slab.
Slab and then a structure on the side there, the home
Okay.
attached to the fence.
What would you like on this one?
Again, 13 days, 325 and continuing.
325 plus continuing is granted.
Thank you.
22-0089, 145 Granada Street, Kristen L. Dunn. And I'm sorry, this is a violation hearing. Oh wait, I'm
What am
sorry,
I
I
doing
went,
with the
I went
Lopez?
way out of order. Sorry,
Yeah, I don't know.
disregard.
You're
Skipped in on my
like, where are you at?
My papers got messed up here. Sorry.
Yeah, blame the papers.
The top of page 3.
Page 4. There we go.
Staples do a wonderful job of keeping them in place.
Yeah. 21-1104, 138 Sandpiper Avenue, Anna M. and Manuel D. Lopez.
I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 4 is the picture. Right
Okay.
there.
Let me look at the picture. USPS track and confirm. Where are we now? 138 Sandpiper, and that's the old box, huh? Okay. What would you like?
This one again, 13 days, 325 and continuing.
Granted.
Repeat violation hearings, 22-0536, 145 Heron Parkway, Jonathan Fix.
Code sections 14.2, miscellaneous items on driveway and in the yard. I observed this violation on 3/31/22, sent out notice of violation 3/31/22, and posted it onto the property. I sent out the same with the notice of hearing at that same time, 3/31/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of repeat violation, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
Okay, so how long was he out for on this one?
It was out for 7 days, so a fine of $350 and not continuing.
350, no continuing.
And that's at $50 a day, obviously. Yes.
350, no continuing. Granted.
Thank you.
22-0626, 219 Sandpiper Avenue, Cynthia Uarbe.
Code sections 2318B and 15132, parking on the lawn, and the lawn has bare areas. I observed this violation on 4/11/22, sent out a notice of repeat violation, notice of hearing on 4/13/22, and it was signed on 4/19/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of repeat violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, previous order finding violation. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Looks like a nice dirt road for my Jeep to go down. And who found the zoom feature on the copier here? Can you read the green card from there?
How it was,
Maybe
yeah.
from space.
Still COVID-19 though.
All right, so repeated how much?
This is 31 days at $50 a day, so 1,550 and continuing.
1550 plus continuing.
Thank,
Thank
you, sir.
you.
Violation hearings 22-0236, 103 Ponce de Leon Street, Rosemary M. Pierre.
Keep them nice and neat.
Code section 622108.4 AC changeout without a permit. This was observed on 2/14/22 by Margaret. The notice of violation was sent out certified mail 2/17/22 and was signed for on 3/4/22. The notice of hearing was sent out certified mail 3/17/22 and was signed for on 3/29/22. We would like to enter the following into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, you have a signed green card. I'm just looking at the lovely lack of autofocus here.
That's fine.
All right, signed green card equals service. What would you like?
Compliance by June 30th or appearance at the July 13th fine assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
6/30/7/13/25. Granted.
Thank you. Now to page 4.
Back where you started.
22-0089, 145 Granada Street, Kristen L. Dunn.
There's 2 of them.
Thank you.
Code section is 2318B23 and 124C, restricted trailer and garbage can in public view. I did these two. I observed this violation on 1/19/22, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/20/22, and posted that to the property. I sent out notice of hearing on 3/23/22, and it was delivered on 3/26/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
You know, if they had a better trailer, it would have screened the garbage cans. What would you like?
Compliance by June 30th or appearance at the 7/13 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0101, 325 Sandpiper Avenue, Harry and Marble Skeen.
Code section is 622-105.5. Permit 20-1706 is expired. I wrote this violation on 1/24/22, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/25/22, posted that to the property, sent out notice of hearing on 3/11/22, and it was delivered on 3/14/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
All right. Affidavit of service is good for service. What would you like?
Again, compliance by 6:30 or 7/13 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0143, 121 Chestnut Circle, Dre, Aubrey, and Tracy Garner.
Code section 622-105.5, permit 21-850 has expired. I wrote this violation on 1/26/22, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/26/22, and posted that to the property. I sent out a notice of hearing on 3/11/22 and hand delivered that to the homeowner. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Oh, so they've got the permit in for review? 4/28/22?
It's in for extension. Revision.
All right, well, by 6:30 they should know, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, 6:30 or 7/13 or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22
I do read these AS400 things.
22-0154, 131 Sunflower Circle, Lewis, Atanic.
Permit 622-105.5, permit 21-1666 has expired. I wrote this violation on 1/26/22, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 1/27/22, and posted that to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/11/22, and it was delivered on 3/14/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, USPS tracking. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
So you scared them into renewing it.
Yep.
Good girl. All right, so findings
Findings
fact?
back, yes, sir.
Thank you.
22-0173, 215 Bilbao Street, Boris E. and Ivan Lopez.
Code sections 912657, new fence installed without a permit and structure built in the setback area without a permit. I observed this violation on 1/29/22, sent out a notice of violation, certified mail on 2/2/22, and posted that to the property. Sent out a notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/23/22, and posted that to the property as well. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information, and Exhibit 5, pictures.
All right, affidavits of service are good service. What would you like?
Compliance by 6:30 or 7/13 fine hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0221, 10380 Serenade Lane, Ada L. Lorena.
Code sections 15.4, 1578, 15.141. The tree has been hat racked. I observed this violation on 2/10/22. Sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/12/22. That was with the notice of hearing as well, certified mail on 2/12/22, and it was delivered on 2/15/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Previous order granting continuous and settings violation hearing, Exhibit 2, verification ownership, Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information, Exhibit 4 is a picture, and Exhibit 5 is the letter from the landscape service.
You got two letters, but I'll take them.
If you remember, she was here at the previous hearing.
Yeah.
Surprised she's not here now. The village is still seeking fine if she doesn't comply. The letter that you have there, she got a second letter from the certified arborist. It doesn't meet the village code requirements for the rehabilitation schedule that's required. It just says that there's to be no pruning of the tree for 3 years and then to apply some fertilizer. But it doesn't even say from the certified arborist that the tree will survive. I can give you the village code section, but it doesn't meet the requirements of setting forth the rehabilitation schedule that we can make sure is followed to ensure that the tree survives in the future.
I kind of read the tree is growing vigorously as I previously reported a survival comment. So. Especially if she's been in here before. She kind of needs to come back then if we have a problem. I mean, I understand it's an oak tree and things, but
Here's this one right here. Look, where is this tree here? So it is growing. Yeah, it's just that one. That tree. Yeah.
the problem I have with the statute is it's kind of vague. It's kind of vague.
Well, it says
I
that
mean,
there has to be
if it had a 1 year, a 2 year, a 3 year requirement in there.
No, but it's vague for a reason because every tree is not the same, and what the certified arborist is supposed to come back with is what is the plan to restore the growth and rehabilitate the tree to its condition prior to the hat racking.
Right,
Saying
and-
don't prune
and-
it for 3 years.
Yeah, but they say fertilize it 3 times a year is one of the recommendations in one of the arborist letters. And the other one is, don't prune it for 3 years. And between the two of those, I think that gives you the formula there. I mean, it seems like the tree is going to survive if it is growing vigorously, and the guy's saying you get to fertilize it 3 times a year and don't cut it for the next 3 years, you're there. I mean, I don't expect a tree guy to be that verbal.
Well, he's
But
not
I think
he's not a landscape. He's a certified arborist.
I understand he's a certified arborist.
He's
and-
not just a landscape consultant or
I know,
landscape
but-
tree trimmer.
but
Yeah,
I
he has
think-
that fancy little seal on the bottom. That
Well, he's got the fancy little seal, and I think he's said enough, at least in my mind, to, it's not like the tree's been cut and it's there. I mean, he said it's vigorously growing. It's going to be a 3-year process, no cutting in for 3 years, fertilize it 3 times a year. I see those in those 2 letters, and I look at the statute, which is vague, and that kind of looks like a compliance to me, because there's it's going to die.
But I guess my problem is what guarantees the following of the schedule? They're coming before you with the rehabilitation.
Does finding guarantee the following of the schedule, though? I mean, that doesn't guarantee anything. That just means that you've spent a bunch of money, and then, we're going to ignore the arborist.
Right, but at the previous hearing, this is a violation hearing, so I'm asking you today to find that she's in violation for hat racking the tree, and then put as part of your order her exhibit the certified arborist exhibit to make sure that they
No,
follow the
that's
schedule.
different now. If you want to say she's in violation for hat racking the
Yeah,
tree.
this is just a violation hearing.
And that to cure the violation, she must not prune it for 3 years, and she must follow the arborist fertilizer schedule. Thrilled to sign that order.
Okay, yeah, my concern is just having the letter doesn't mean that anybody
Yeah,
follows
no.
it. So.
I don't mind you memorializing the requirements in the order. That's fine.
Okay.
I just didn't want to say, you're not good, you're going to get fined because of what he said, but what he said, no, you've got to not prune it for 3 years, and you've got to follow the three time a year fertilization or return to be fined kind of language. And I'll let you come up with the exact language you want to use, but yeah, that's a good order for me. You sort of have to read both of them to get the whole flavor for it. All right, 3 years, no prune. Three times a year fertilizer.
Yeah, so let's, if we could, because this is a violation hearing, set this for a very extended compliance, like maybe the end of the year, and just make sure that she brings to a hearing proof that she's following the schedule, so that the village has some assurance that there's proactive effort to.
All right, you get to
store the
draft the
tree.
language to do that, but if you want to come back in 6 months with her to prove that she's fertilized it, okay. But just make sure that it's good plain language in the order so that she understands she's coming back here to prove that she's complied by fertilizing it.
That she's following the rehabilitation plan as set forth
Yeah.
by her certified arborist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But try to make it a little less legal.
Yes, I will try to make it as easy and clear as possible. So if we could have compliance by December 12th.
So 12, whatever.
14 is the hearing.
Show compliance. I mean, she got to prove it's fertilized. I guess she could bring a receipt.
Yeah, she provided us with that letter. That's what their plan was. So. And it's supposed to be done 3 times a year. So by 6 months from now, or 7 months from now, she should have done it twice.
At least once.
Right. So
4
I'll
months,
put that
4
in the-
months. So
I'll make sure
she
it's
should
clear
at
in the
least show
order.
you one fertilization because the next one's not for another couple months.
And photographs that it's not been pruned anymore between now and.
Put it in the order as long as it's plain and clear and she can follow it. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Granted. So 3 years no prune, 3 years 3 times a year fertilizer, 12, 14, 25. Prove it's been fertilized and not repruned.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Granted. Okay. Back down to the bottom of 4.
22-0296, 315 Las Palmas Street, Lorna Neal Davis and Tushar Roper.
Code section, Code section is 12-4C, garbage can in public view. I observed this violation on 2/2/22, sent out a notice of violation, certified mail on 2/4/22, posted that to the property, sent out a notice of hearing on 3/22/22, posted that to the property as well, I believe. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures. Exhibit 5, affidavit of compliance.
All right, so the affidavit of service is good service. I was wondering whether or not they're going to shove it behind the bougainvilleas or put it behind the fence. Either or would have worked.
Yeah.
Finding of fact?
Yes, please.
Granted.
Oh, this was a finding of fact?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
they fixed it.
Sorry, it just came
That's
into
okay.
It's
compliance.
all good.
Top
Next.
of page 5, 22-0315, 122 Wayward Circle A, Lisa Demchuk.
Code section is 622-105.5, permit 21-1128 has expired. This violation was written on 2/24/22, sent out notice of violation, certified mail on 2/24/22. Got the green card back but not signed, so I posted it to the property. Sent out notice of hearing, certified mail on 3/31/22. Again, the same thing, green card returned, not signed, posted it to the property. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, affidavit of service. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing, affidavit of service. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Okay, so you have service and you have service via posting. Now, the building request to administratively close submitted and building paid $75 on 5/10 yesterday.
Yep, so she's working on it.
So she's undoing her permit. Is that what she's doing?
Yeah, they never did the work, and I guess she's gone through 3 roofing contractors, so she's just gonna close the permit for now and start
Do it
over
again
when
if she's gonna do it
necessary.
again.
The insurance.
Okay, so is this the finding of, or is this just
No, compliance by 6:30 or
She don't have it
7:13 or
closed
25.
yet.
6:30, 7:13?
13. Yep, or $25.
25, okay. Well, this should be an easy one, because all she's doing is closing a permit.
Yeah, she should be fine.
22-0319, 151 Cordoba Circle, Lou E. and Willie Bryant Sr.
Code section is 622-105.5. Permit 20-2349 has expired. I wrote this violation on 2/24/22, sent out notice of violation certified mail on 2/24/22, and it was delivered on 2/26/22. I sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 3/11/22, and that was delivered on 3/14/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Well, Willie puts Will on his certified, or on his green card, so at least you can read his name. And solar panels, all the rage. That and the car warranty people just love calling me all the time. All right, so you have service via signed wills. What would you like?
Compliance by 6:30 or 7:13 fine, assessment hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0350, 9950 Belvedere Road, Murphy Oil USA, Inc.
Code section is 20-41. Signs are prohibited. I observed this violation on 2/28/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 3/2/22. It was delivered on 3/7/22. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 3/23/22, and that was delivered on 3/28/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, pictures.
Okay, I assume this is somewhere between Walmart and the animal
gas
control
station.
on the right side of the road, that one?
Yes, at the Murphy's gas station itself.
Yep, okay, you've got signed green cards, you have service. What would you like?
Compliance by 6:30 or 7:13 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0345, 162 Granada Street, Beverly E. and Langdon M. Fisher.
Code section is 15.4, 1571, and 15.141. I cited them for the tree being hat-racked. They have since removed the tree, but basically the same code sections apply. I observed the violation on 2/25/22. Sent out notice of violation certified mail on 2/28/22. Was returned on 3/3/22. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 3/31/22. And that was got that back on 4/2/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information. And Exhibit 5, pictures.
So basically, they cut the rest of the tree down without a vegetative removal permit.
Right, and he did come in and get the paperwork for it, but I don't see nothing.
Well, you're being motivational. He may want to use
Yes.
his paperwork after he gets your last missive. 6:30, 7:13, 25?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
22-0359, 10641 Aquarius Lane, Giselle and Kenneth Nunez.
Code section 622, 105.5, 9-1, permit 21-1412 has expired. I wrote this violation on 2/28/22, sent out notice of violation certified mail on 3/1/22. It was delivered on 3/3/22. Sent out notice of hearing certified mail on 3/17/22, and that was delivered on 3/19/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Signed COVID green card equals service.
Again, compliance by 6:30 or 7:13 fine hearing or $25 a day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0422, 188 Kensington Way, Elizabeth and Stephen Bonney.
Code Section 622-105.5, Permit 21-2440 has expired. I wrote this violation on 3/4/22, sent out notice of violation certified mail on 3/7/22. It was delivered on 3/8/22. Sent out notice of hearing on 3/23/22, and that was delivered on 3/25/22. I'd like to enter those following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification ownership. Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Kind of weird how the March stuff gets slid in between all the June or the August stuff in AS400, but whatever. You have COVID green cards, you have service.
Again, compliance by 6:30 or 7:13, fine assessment hearing or $25 day fine.
Granted.
Thank you.
22-0634, 198 Bob White Road, 198 Bob White Road, 198 Bob White Royal Land Trust and Pino Nydia Trustee.
Code Section is 622-108.4, 15. 71.
130.
Installed pavers without a permit and remove vegetation without a vegetation removal permit. I observed this violation on 4/13/22, sent out notice of violation notice of hearing on 4/13/22, and got it back on 4/15/22. I'd like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation, notice of hearing. Exhibit 2, verification ownership. Exhibit 3, AS400 permit information. And Exhibit 4, pictures.
So where'd you get the pool pick?
The pool picture off the internet because the house is on sale.
Oh, how nice of them to provide you with material.
Yep.
Very nice.
They have applied for their paver permit.
And
I would assume it's either that or rip them out.
on your agenda, 15-130 is removed.
15-130 is out. Okay.
Yep,
What was that?
It doesn't have a description.
Okay.
1571, which is vegetation removed without a vegetation removal permit, the finding of fact.
Hold on, let me draw my little Venn diagram. All right, finding of fact on 1571, and the others are 630, 730.
No, 526 or 68 or 25 a day.
526, 68, or how much?
25.
25. Okay. F of facts. All right. Granted.
Thank you.
A whole new page. Here, you take these back with you. Thank you.
22-0036 is being pulled. 22-0037 is being pulled. 22-0038 is being pulled. 22-0217 is being pulled. 22-0431 10233 Okeechobee Boulevard, B11, Cobblestone Village at Royal Palm Beach.
Code Section 622-105.5, description permit number 212301 is expired. This violation was written on 3/4/22. It was sent certified mail 3/7/22 and signed for on 3/9/22. Notice of hearing was sent certified mail 4/5/22 and signed on 4/7/22. I would like to enter the following documents into evidence. Exhibit 1, notice of violation. Exhibit 2, notice of hearing. Exhibit 3, verification of ownership. And Exhibit 4, AS400 permit information.
Signed green card equals service.
We're asking for compliance by 6:30 or 7:13 or $25 day fine.
Granted.
22-0431 is being pulled.
Kind of figured that out after she gave me one packet for the whole page.
And now we're going to the addendum. Fine
Wendy, you're going to tell me the Wendy story.
Yeah. Fine mitigation hearings 07-0978 1240 Carousel Way, Wendy Mason. There are 3 of them. I can read them all in at the same time. 09-1116 1240 Carousel Way, Wendy Mason. And 14-1131 1240 Carousel Way, Wendy Mason. You, in
Signed
December...
all these orders, yes.
You already printed them out?
Oh, no, I got them sitting here.
Okay.
We would like to enter the following into evidence, exhibit order finding.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. I thought you said you were signing orders.
No, I'm
Okay.
just
Order
saying I see my
mitigating
orders.
fine.
Go ahead. We just need an extension on the payment date. You had orders from back in December that required payment by May 1st. They were paid May 5th. So we're asking for an amended order, extending the payment date to allow for that.
Granted, do it any way you'd like. You can
Thank you.
Thank you.
supplement the order. You can nunk it. You can do it anyhow. Any way you feel like
They'll
doing
just be simple amended orders.
it. Amended to 5/5.
Thank you. The fine assessment hearing case 22-0166 is being pulled. And with that, there's nothing further.
That's fun. Anything else before the board?
Thank you.
Woohoo.
Thank
No
you, ma'am.
minutes or anything? See, I ask all the good questions. So, let the record reflect that I am signing the April and the May minutes of our meetings as well. All right, now that all the minutes have been signed, is there anything else? We appear to be done.